But it's to South Africa first, where the general election this year is expected to be the most significant vote in the country since it attained democracy 30 years ago. The country has been ruled by the ANC party since then. But with high levels of unemployment, cost of living crisis, and rolling electricity blackouts, public discontent is rising. And as DW's Diane Hawker reports, young people could be a major deciding voice in this election.
Siboniso Khulu will be voting for the first time in South Africa's upcoming election. His generation never experienced apartheid. They're the so-called born free. Despite this, the 22-year-old feels trapped.
What makes people upset is that the more the people vote, the more that one party wins. I want to see if we vote for another party, will there actually be change? Because with this party that we have, I don't see change.
He's worried about his job prospects and says the government isn't doing enough to provide basic services.
Education is one of the things that needs to be addressed here. Children are learning in this container school. They need proper schools. We only have one clinic in this area and its service is a large area. So for this large area, there's one clinic, one high school and one primary school. We really need to see some change in this area.
Young people may hold the key to this year's election, but less than 50% of potential voters under 29 have registered. There are an estimated 14 million young South Africans who are eligible to vote in the 2024 national election. If all of them were to register and turn out on election day, they have the potential to completely change the political direction of the country. However, with over 300 registered parties, many young South Africans don't know where to place their mark. Khulu recently participated in a voter education session organized by a local NGO. Here, he could speak openly about his frustrations with the government.
Politicians keep stringing us along. They keep running away from us.
The organization believes that getting young voters to think about their own needs can make them feel more involved.
It's important that voters are having conversations amongst ourselves about what this election means, how we're going to vote, why we're going to vote or not vote. I think we spend a lot of time focusing on the political parties, but it's not their election. It is our election as the voters of the country.
Khulu now sees the power of his vote.
These conversations need to happen more often. The more they happen, the more the pressure will shift from us to the government to change the economy.
The ruling ANC government has had 3 decades in power, but young people like Khulu don't have the same historical ties to the party as their parents did, and they feel let down. Their vote could bring about the biggest political change in post-apartheid South Africa.